I'm Theron Ramacharaka. All right, in the last, whatever it is here, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, I have addressed, starting with simple technique for cultivation of willpower, and ending with a video, the thumbnail of which says creation, and the name of the video is Creative Meditation, ? That's 6 videos, all included. I have addressed the meditative poles, starting with just a primary focus on will, which is one of the meditative poles, and vril, and the creativity of it all. And I have mentioned awareness of these and in the employment of these 3 things together, at least for the purposes of the circumvention of consciousness hijacking and perception deception, but involving, personal unfoldment, personal involvement, the establishment, the recognition, the realization and the manifestation of true selfhood. Self-mastery. Right now, I want to point out something else. Another bite of information. In that last video, Creative Meditation, I pointed out the creativeness of this. This is how, at the mental plane, creation works. Okay. Now, on a more general note, on my pragmatic approach to personal involvement, which includes all the practical instruction here, and all of the theory behind it, or the cognitive information behind it, or backing it, has support for it or reasons for it. Either one, both. What you create, well, you create your own self-mastery. You create your own true selfhood. You create your own personal involvement. I don't do it for you. You create it. You create it. And what you create is yours. And I propose that once true selfhood is established, what you create cannot be taken from you. That's what I'm hoping. Remember, this is newer thought. New thought says, yep, that's the way it is. Newer thought here says, well, let's hope. I believe it myself. I encourage you to do so as well. Okay. What you create is yours. Okay? Once you reach a certain point in that creation, then it can't be taken from you. But as a general rule, what you create is yours, with respect to this stuff anyway. All right, so, and you are, number 2, you are responsible for what you create. karmically, whatever you want to call it, you are responsible for what you create. And held accountable for it. Held accountable for it. Essentially here, primarily, I'm saying you're responsible for what you create, and what you create is yours. So put those two things together. We come up with a number 3. And then you should be pretty careful about what you create, right? I mean, if you're going to be responsible for it, it's yours, and you're responsible. So it's going to affect you. Primarily. Secondarily, everything else. If it's yours, and you're responsible, then you're responsible to yourself, first of all. Okay. Next. Number four, I guess. The extent to which this all happens, just creativity happens, is, or the quantity, to quantify the extent of the result is up to your earnestness in it all. The quality of it, to put a qualitative measure on it, is up to your motives. That's the result of your motives involved. So if you want the best result, and you want the greatest result, tend to your earnestness and your motives, the quality of your motives. Because motive involves goals, that toward which it's all moving, and the emotional motivating factors that drive you to action. So tend to those motives, because they're going to, lead you to the result. What kind of result you get, how much result you get, is your earnestness involved. Okay, that's numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. It's enough for now. All right. Be well. I'm Theron Ramacharaka. Be well.